Attention, if want to know and fully understand the content, keep watching until the end of the video. It's very important to concentrate and pay attention to the details. So, let's start the journey in the fantastic world of prehistory. Animal taxonomy. What is its name? The name of this creature is Brontosaurus excelsus. The name derives from Greek, where Bronto means thunder, and saurus means lizard. The word excelsus derives from Latin. The complete translation is, noble thunder lizard. Morphology of the animal. What is its size? These numbers are based on the largest Brontosaurus specimen found. 1. Length, from head to tail tip, 24.5 meters, something around 80.3 feet. 2. Shoulder height, 8.5 meters, something around 27.8 feet. 3. Body mass, 15,000 kilograms, something around 33,069 pounds. What did it look like? Number 1. Head. Brontosaurus had a very small head, compared to the size of its body. Number 2. Neck. Brontosaurus had a very long neck, used to reach the top of the trees, appropriated to an herbivorous diet. Number 3. Tail. Brontosaurus had a very long tail, used to keep balance, due to their long neck. Number 4. Torso. Brontosaurus had a very bulk and heavy torso. Number 5. Teeth. Like all other sauropods, Brontosaurus had spoon-shaped teeth, adapted for a herbivorous diet. Number 6. Legs. Brontosaurus had 4 big trunk-like legs, the rear legs are visibly larger. Number 7. Feet. The forelimbs had a long and curved thumb claw. The hind feet had 5 toes, but only the inner 3 toes of each foot had claws. Number 8. Skin. Probably, like all sauropods, their skin were covered with small scales that protected the dinosaur's body and prevented evaporation of water from inside. These scales were bumpy and knobby, and did not overlap, like snake scales do. This ends the basic overview about Brontosaurus shape and look. Animal ethology. How did it behave? Main behavioral characteristics: diet, heterotrophic, holozoic, herbivore. Food chain placement: primary consumer, probably a plant eater. Locomotion: quadruped, walk and run. The forelimbs were digitigrade, while the hind feet were semi-plantigrade. Environment: terrestrial. They were first thought to have been semi-aquatic, with water buoyancy supporting their massive weight. This hypothesis is object of discussion until the present days. Sexual dimorphism. Some researchers hypothesize that the neck length in sauropods have some sexual dimorphism, but this hypothesis is not conclusive. Respiratory system. Pulmonary. There is a great chance to have bird-like respiratory systems that combined lungs with a system of air sacs. Thermoregulation. There is a discussion about if sauropods are endothermic or ectothermic. Probably, sauropods spend their day eating leaves, walking around, looking for food, avoiding predators, and maybe they can bath sometimes to cool their bodies. Some studies suggest that some groups of sauropods had migratory habits. Brontosaurus and some other sauropods had large claws on their hands. Although some have suggested that they were for self-defense, it is more likely that the dinosaurs used their claws to help grasp trees, to reach high up foliage, or dig scrapes in the ground to make nests and search for water. What did it eat? Probably, this creature had to eat a lot of plant species every day to maintain its massive body. It didn't chew its food, but rather had some stones, called gastroliths, in its stomach that helped to digest its food. Paleoecology. Where did it live? This creature lived in what is today the North America, spread over the geologic rocks of Morrison Formation. Fossils of these animals have been found in 9 Mile Quarry and Bone Cabin Quarry in Wyoming, and at sites in Colorado, Oklahoma, and Utah. Geology. When did it live? Phanerozoic Eon, Mesozoic Era, Jurassic Period, from Kimmeridgian to Tithonian stages, about 156 to 145 million years ago. Paleontological discovery. How was it discovered? Brontosaurus and Apatosaurus were discovered at a time in the late 1800s, known as the Bone Wars, or the Great Dinosaur Rush. This was a period of time when two American paleontologists, Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope, competed to discover and name the most dinosaurs. In their intense rivalry, they resorted to tactics like spying, theft, and even the destruction of bones. The Brontosaurus legitimacy discussion. The first recorded evidence of Brontosaurus was discovered in the 1870s in the USA. But by the early 1900s, scientists had started to question whether the fossils used to name Brontosaurus actually came from another dinosaur, the remarkably similar Apatosaurus. Due to the rules of scientific naming, the first name published gets priority. The Brontosaurus was relegated to scientific history, and the fossils reassigned to Apatosaurus. But that was until a study in year 2015, some experts unexpectedly found evidence that Brontosaurus was distinct from Apatosaurus all along, signaling the reinstated status of this iconic dinosaur. Miscellaneous, additional information. Scientists cogitates that some species of sauropods can stand in an upright posture. But this theory is not conclusive and causes some discussion. How it was extinct. The most known theory about Brontosaurus extinction hold ground due to the fact that the Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus was so large it could not efficiently move through forests to feed on masses of vegetation, nor could it stand in swampy ground without sinking, and thereby meeting a slow death. But this theory is not definitive, and its extinction remains unclear. What is still not known about it? Theories about if sauropods can, or not, swim on the water environment are still a matter of discussion. About this creature and the museums? Here goes some of the museums where you can find fossils and models. Number 1, the Natural History Museum, location, Cromwell Road, London, England. Number 2, the Yale Peabody Museum, location, Yale City, St. Clair County, Michigan, USA. Number 3, American Museum of Natural History, location, New York City, USA. About this creature and the cryptozoology. Number 1, the Great Brontosaurus Hoax, also called the LePage-Gapella Hoax, or Lepidopella Hoax, was a famous 1919 hoax, in which two fake sightings of neo-dinosaurs were reported from the Southern Democratic Republic of the Congo. Although the dinosaur in the hoax was labeled a Brontosaurus by the press, the original description was clearly intended to refer to a ceratopsian dinosaur. Number 2, the Mokelembembe, refers to a cryptid, very similar to a sauropod, not recognized by zoology, that was supposed to live, or have lived, in the tributaries of the Congo River, which serves as a natural boundary between the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Republic of Congo, and Angola. Number 3, the Mbilintu, or Kapapo, was a neo-dinosaurian cryptid, reported from Zambian lakes, including Lake Bangweulu. It has been described as a regional version of the Mokelembembe, and is frequently conflated with the horned chipikwe, which itself may be synonymous with the Amalantuka. As the earliest example of an African neo-dinosaur to be reported in Europe, the Mbilintu played a role in the origin of the Great Brontosaurus hoax. About this creature and the media, Brontosaurus had participated in many movies and TV series. It participates in movies like King Kong, years 1933 and 2005. Animal classification and taxonomy, scientific classification, kingdom, Animalia. Phylum, Chordata. Clade, Dinosauria. Clade, Saurischia. Clade, Sauropodomorpha. Clade, Sauropoda. Superfamily, Diplodocoidea. Family, Diplodocidae. Subfamily, Apatosaurinae. Genus, Brontosaurus, by Othniel Charles Marsh, year 1879. Type species, Brontosaurus excelsus, by Othniel Charles Marsh, year 1879. Referred species, Brontosaurus parvus, by Peterson and Gilmore, year 1902. Brontosaurus yanapin, by Filla and Redman, year 1994. No matter if Brontosaurus is a legitimate species or not, undoubtedly, this giant amazing creature will always be a matter for any fantastic, scientific fiction history. If you are watching the video until now, don't forget to watch more videos. The Dinopedia channel is full of content about prehistoric creatures, facts, and events. And also, don't forget to like it and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next video. Goodbye.